Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? Just came to holler at y'all for a minute. I just wanted to share a little something. Let's see here. I'm reading Narcotics Anonymous. Who's the addict? I'm not going to read all of it, but I just wanted to read a little bit and then share my thoughts on it. I'm starting from the second paragraph. Most of us did not consider ourselves addicted before coming to Narcotics Anonymous program. The information available to us came from misinformed people. As long as we could stop using for a while, we thought we were all right. We looked at the stopping, not the using. As our addiction progressed, we thought of stopping less and less. Only in desperation did we ask ourselves, could it be the drugs? We did not choose to become addicts. We suffer from a disease that expresses itself in ways that are antisocial. Okay. Our addiction expresses itself in ways that are antisocial and that makes detection, diagnosis, and treatment difficult. Our disease isolates us from people except when we are getting high, using and finding ways and means to get more. You know, hostile, we resentful, self-centered, self-seeking. We cut ourselves off from the outside world. Anything not completely familiar become alien and dangerous. Our world shrank and isolation became our life. We used in order to survive. It was the only way of life that we knew. Some of us used, misused, and abused drugs and still did not consider ourselves addicts. Through all of this, we kept telling ourselves, I can handle it. Our misconceptions about the nature of addiction included visions of violence, street crime, dirty needles, and jail. When our addiction was treated as a crime or moral deficiency, we became rebellious and were driven deeper into isolation. Some of the highs felt some of the highs felt great, but eventually the things that we had to do to continue using reflected desperation. We were caught up in the grips of our disease. We were forced to survive any way that we could. Okay, we manipulated people and we tried to control everything around us. We lied, we stole, we cheated, we sold ourselves. We have to have drugs regardless of the cost. Failure and fear began to invade our lives. Okay, so I'm gonna just say what stuck out in this for me. This is an assignment that I have to do, and I just thought I would share with you guys. Um, Only in desperation did we ask ourselves, could it be the drugs? You know, my drug use, the only thing I can speak about is me. My drug use, it changed my personality, it changed my attitude, it changed the way I seen people, and it did make me isolated. I isolated because of shame, of guilt, of not wanting to be around people, didn't want anyone to know I had a problem. Um, I thought I could handle it at once, and then it got to the point, only in desperation did we ask ourselves, could it be the drugs? During my addiction, I became suspicious. I blamed people for, in my mind, not only do addiction, it has a voice, but, it has all these different scenarios that people don't care about you. They don't love you. They think this, they think that. And it draws you up into being a small person. I have a big personality and a big attitude, and my addiction, it made me make myself small. Um, it says we did not choose to become addicts. We suffer from a disease that expresses itself in a lot of different ways. Okay, I didn't make that choice. I had addictive personality for a long time. Whether it was eating, overeating, ice, overcompensating for what I lack. You know, some people have sex, and it goes on and on. The list goes on and on, and you know. It caused me to isolate myself, caused me to be alone and be ashamed, and um, as it grew to a bigger problem. Food, you can handle it, and I mean, anything can become out of control. And you guys bear with me. I'm just trying to start this YouTube channel. Life is short. I'm just hoping that some of the things that be on my mind I could share. This is a platform is made for us to do what we want to do, and I just want to share this part of me as well. Um, anyway, we cut ourselves off from the outside world. Yeah, I definitely did that. I stayed away from people. I'm already in a city that um I'm already in a city that's not my hometown. So but I've been here now for 18 years, and um I already felt isolated, and the drug addiction it made me feel even more isolated. Like I said, I'm getting used to using YouTube, so it's giving me different suggestions on what I could do. And it's okay that I don't have no viewers right now, and that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. If you don't have time to write a book, this is opportunity for you to share some things about your life. And if they don't listen to it now, when you leave this earth, people will pull it up and they'll listen to it, and it probably will be a powerful message. And the people that listen to it, uh, it may be valuable for their lives. So don't get discouraged. I'm not getting discouraged. This is not how I would imagine how I would want my channel to be, but this is where I'm starting, and I have to be okay with that. And that's the same thing with my recovery. Um, where I'm starting at, now I got to be serious about this thing, and this is where I'm at. But anyway, this is about the book, not about the YouTube, but just definitely be willing to share because this is something that wasn't available for everybody. For people for a long time. Being able to share publicly like this and share your thoughts and dreams and hopes is just it's grateful. It's just a blessing. It's something I'm grateful about. But anyway, some of us use, misuse, and abuse drugs and still did not consider ourselves addicts. I've been there, done that. Um, the crazy thing about it when it comes down to drugs, I've used all kind of drugs and you know, been able to stop, been able to pull myself together and get my life together. But this last drug of choice that I had in my life, I wasn't able to stop. I was not able to stop. Every day that I woke up, that's the first thing on my mind and last thing on my mind. I was desperate every single day. I felt like I could not cook, I could not work, I could not be a husband or a mother or anything, in order to unless I got high. You know, once I got high, I felt like I could conquer the world, and it's a sad place to be. Because my drug of choice it was very expensive. Okay. And I'm talking about I needed every day. I took so much from my family, from myself. But thank God for Narcotics Anonymous. Thank God for self realization and prayer and things like that. But through all of this, we kept telling ourselves I can handle. Our misconceptions about the nature of addiction included vision of violence, street crime, dirty needles, and jail. Our misconceptions about the nature of addiction. Okay, just because you're not doing any violence and street crime and you ain't using needles and stuff like that, doesn't mean your life is not out of control. Okay, it don't have to get to that point. You know that now your life is out of control. No, it become out of control before street crime, dirty needles, and things of that. When our addiction was treated as a crime or moral deficiency, we became rebellious and were driven deeper into isolation. Well, as far as crime and things like that, I haven't faced anything that made me, realize that my addiction was getting worse. But when people knew that I was using and they knew that they were looking at me differently than what they used to look at me, it did cause me to go into deeper isolation. It caused me to use even more. And when you have somebody in your life that's trying to get sober, trying to practice the steps, trying to be around positive people, they need the support of loved ones and family members. If you don't know how to support them, you have to look at ways to support them because I need people in my life. I need that support, to stay sober, to feel sane. You know, I'm human, but it says some of the highs felt great, but eventually things that we had to do to continue using reflected desperation. Okay. Sometimes I could be just high, feeling good, But that next day when I don't have my own money and I don't have my own means of using, then I'm looking for a way, I'm searching for a way up and down all in my phone, going through changes, trying to find a way to use. Okay, I'm talking about overdrawing my account, you living paycheck to paycheck, losing accounts, borrowing money. It's just it's endless. It's endless. It's a vicious cycle, and I wish that on nobody. But we are caught up in the grip of our disease. We are forced to survive the way that we could. We manipulate people and try to control everything around us. We lied, stole, cheated, and sold ourselves. Yeah, I've lied, I stole, I've cheated, sold myself. Yeah, I sold my soul. You know, I sold my soul basically. You know, because I lost my strength. You know, I sold my strength to continue using it to continue getting high. Um, Failure and fear began to invade our lives. Yeah, every day, I had that desperation, but after I used, I felt that failure, you know, and it was an invasion of my life. It shows in every aspect, Sometimes we act like people not aware that they not hip to what's going on out in our life, but it affects our friendships, it affects school, it affects church, it affects work, it affects your parenting, you being a wife, and all them things. It affected all that for me. We dreamed of finding a magic formula that would solve our ultimate problem. Oh, I'm jumping around. I'm gonna just talk about that ultimate formula to control our lives, to control my life. I only can speak on my experience. Um, I had so many formulas that I thought or I would hope or wish that it would allow me to continue to use. I'm gonna get 6 or 7, and then I have some for today and tomorrow. This will last me 4 days. Huh, never worked. If I got it for the last 4 days, it lasted 2 days. Sometimes it lasted one. Oh, I'm not gonna do it on this day. What a plan. I wake up and I do it on that day. Every plan that I had, this magical plan to do things a different kind of way, to split it in half, to, all this, none of it worked, and it was constantly a magical plan that I was hoping that would, come into play in my life where I could use every single day, because I felt like I needed it. You know, I'm so glad not to have to wake up desperate feeling that I need to use, that I can't be a mother, a wife, a student, an employee, a friend. I'm so grateful for that today. Um, so this is just one of the videos that I wanted to share. That was a project that I had to do. For my recovery, and I just thought I would do it online. So I'm gonna share it with my sponsor. What stuck out to me, the magical plan of, being able to continue to use. That's what stuck out with me today. But I thank you guys for listening. If you're in recovery, one day at a time, one moment at a time, one step at a time. You already know it's 24-hour Zoom meetings that you can go on. You can call somebody. You can reach out to my channel if you want to talk. You know, whatever. So one day at a time, easy does it. Thank you.